Hello and welcome to another episode of Arms Ranked. Today we've got some pretty good matches, but I just wanted to show the progress I'm making towards rank 20. Based on the worldwide dashboard, it appears you have to be about half the bar through rank 20, so basically I've got one rank to go. Not to say this is an easy goal, but in theory it could be a really short journey, assuming things went perfectly. But yeah, I'm pretty proud, to be honest, of being 109, even if it's only the regional dashboard. But anyway, let's go ahead and get to those replays. So we've got Ali Too Good, they were ranked 18, Jeeves, who is ranked 19, and Nixitron, who is also ranked 19. And this is a party match against someone who doesn't know how to play. So let's start out with our games against Nixitron. So they started off using the Popper and Sparky, and I went the usual Nade and Slamamander. And in the right, like I've said before, in the right hands the Poppers can be annoying, but I think I've mostly figured out how to deal with them. So I wasn't too worried about fighting this opponent. And also last time I said it was like a refreshing change to see a Lollipop for once, and then I run into two simultaneously in this episode. Interesting thing about this episode though is if you actually looked at the time, that was a pretty lucky guess. But if you look at the times of these fights, there's a pretty long gap between Nixitron and the next fight. Oh yeah, they caught me with a rush. Kind of wish there was my character can't jump very high, so I was having trouble getting over these blocks in my way. So they were able to land a rush on me. Should have played smarter, but still, just kind of frustrated. But as I was saying, there was no one online with this guy, Nixitron, so I eventually just gave up searching for another ranked match after finishing this guy off, and just came back later. I warmed up with that one party match. You might also notice that I equipped the clapback. I decided that, considering that this person, all of their arms were straight flying arms, and in my opinion at least, it wasn't too much trouble to take care of them the first round. I figured I might as well give the clapback a try, and I could switch back if things go wrong. But he really, I don't know, she really could have rushed me there and clapback for the win. But earlier, I was just standing there with my shield out. Also, that grab I was able to read because that seems to be a common reaction to sort of getting bopped. Could have grabbed, but I'm able to just finish him with a normal punch. But anyway, yeah, I was wide open with the shield way off to my left side. So let's move on to round 2 against Nixitron. We went back to Ribbon Ring. I noticed they had equipped a boomerang this time around, so I went ahead and was yeah, I don't really know how to use the clapback very well, so might as well just get some more practice with it before putting it to the test against the curving arm. So I went ahead and put the Slamamander back on. One problem I am having with the clapback, besides just having trouble generally spacing it against players who are competent at facing the clapback, but also my own arms sometimes will hit the back of the shield, which is why most of the time I'll have to equip a curving arm along with it instead of the nade. Anyway though, that was a pretty good grab there. I was kind of expecting just a punch or rush, and that was another very good grab. They're taking advantage of their rush, even though I too have a rush. But what I'm guessing is they were expecting me to do something. That was a good boomerang, but I just didn't. And I'm able to capitalize on them being right next to me with one arm out to land a good rush. Although I wasn't entirely confident it would land, which is why I waited to use the Slamamander. And I just get a grab to take the round, so that's nice. But what kind of surprised me was how well, so I'm kind of surprised I actually landed that rush, because it looked like she might have just been able to slither her way out. but it ended up landing. It might be a good habit for me to get into, though, to actually wait, because the Salamander doesn't have the best hitbox, and sometimes if it hits too early, that was kind of weird. She comboed my nade into myself, but sometimes when the Salamander hits, it prevents whatever other arm I have from comboing. So like, for example, if the Salamander hits too early, it might raise the opponent up high, and then my nade won't combo into it, or this is especially worse whenever I have, like, see, there's an example. My nade couldn't get its full potential because she was carried too high. But yeah, and if there's an arm that's not like a flurry rush, like say the clapback, or really a lot of arms, most of them honestly. Now, would have been so cool if that solid block wasn't there to ruin their day. But yeah, I think they just dodged right into that. But anyway, good games, Nixitron. Moving on to Jeeves, another Lollipop player. They also used the clapback, and I decided to I thought it'd be funny if I used the clapback against their clapback, but things really did not go well. I don't really know what to do whenever the opponent is sending their stuff really high above it, because you can't send the clapback upwards as far as I know. That'd be an interesting update, though, if, in ARMS 2, if you could had more vertical control over your arms. Because the only arms you can really control vertically, as far as I know, the missile arms, you can kind of make them start off arcing a bit higher than usual. Same with the Blorb and Glusher, the bouncing arms. You can make them kind of arc higher than usual. And the glove arms, you can also make them go higher, but I think that's about it. I've heard the Salamanders, you can like kind of send them out sideways and then turn them vertical, but I don't really see that very much. I'm not sure if I'm just doing it wrong, but yeah. Anyway, this match is really just a matter of I can't hit them because I'm not close enough for the clapback to really be effective, and they can hit me pretty easily with a missile arm because it's homing, but they're so high in the air and moving all over the place, it's hard to catch them. I do not know why they thought it'd be a good idea. They just waste their rush. If I were able to land a rush, I actually could have taken the round, but I decided it might be not worth the risk. I might as well just save it. I do not know why the game let me punch like 4 times there. But I went ahead and switched just to the nade, because if we're going to play this spacing game, might as well not have an arm that can only go 2 feet. In retrospect, maybe I could have done better with double Salamander, especially because against the clapback. But honestly, I feel like my nade skills are not that bad, or pretty good actually. Not to try and sound too cocky or anything, just I think that is how it is. And I really, really should not have done that. I really should have just blocked. I thought maybe I could slip in there, especially with that Salamander, but it just was not meant to be. I am able to shield the explosion though. And if I'm being honest, I don't know if it's just because it's online, but I feel like the Siki and Homie explosions last way too long. Because sometimes I'll block it, and then I will not see any more like explosion sparkles anywhere. So I'll drop my shield, and then I'll get shocked, and I do not know why that is, but yeah. I just run away, outrange that rush, and just spamming now because I don't really think there's anything they could do to catch up, so I'm just trying to build up a rush for the next round. And my rush meter is almost filled, just 1 or 2 good hits will do it, and there it is. So they're kind of in a corner, and I probably could have rushed there to combo, but I didn't go for it. And I think I kind of, I mean, to be honest, I really think they deserve to block that, but I'm kind of surprised that A, I hit them, and B, it didn't combo, but whatever. And now they have their rush. I try to get as far away as I can, but I'm not able to escape the Seeki's explosion, but 180 damage is nothing compared to like 350 or whatever. Or wait, that's like half of that. It's still better than 350 though. But yeah, they're playing pretty defensively, so gotta make sure not to overextend or like get too aggressive about this. Especially when they've got the clapback. Because I am really having a hard time catching on to their habits. I am able to land a good rush on them for the KO and get 1 damage for every day of the year. So, good game, Jeeves. Our final opponent is Ali Too Good. And honestly, I'm kind of ashamed of myself that both these games went to round 3. But I'm starting to think maybe this guy, he appeared to be like one of those Ribbon Girl spammers, but you know, what do I know? Maybe he had like some sort of subtle strategy that I didn't pick up on. Anyway, though. I'm feeling pretty good about myself at this point. And then they just randomly grab, like, what, you're supposed to be jumping, landing before you attack. And that was pretty good on their part. I'm kind of disappointed that the rush did not land, but they jumped and then got the high ground on me, so I was pretty impressed by that. Oh, sorry. Sorry, the audio. It stopped, I don't know. Anyway, though, my health is down pretty low, but theirs is too. But they managed to get the rush on me. The retorture misses, but the nade is good enough to finish me off. They blocked my rush. I was expecting them to be aggressive, but I guess they did not. That was wise. I'm not really sure why they chose to switch to the Scorpio. I feel like the nade, between the nade and the Scorpio is more annoying, but the nade would be an overall better arm against me, at least. And they get a lot of good grabs like that. They just like randomly grab, but they break my shield. They break my shield because my arm is weak and yeah. Whoa, I forgot about that. That was kind of weird though. Anyway, they're in a corner and got nowhere to run, so I figure if they've got an arm out, I could go ahead and land a rush on them. I've got a rush and a weak arm, so I was worried that they'd break my shield there. I was trying to dodge the full damage, but I got blocked by the corner, so they managed to land a bit of the retorture hits to get 90 damage. And I was really annoyed by that, but I deserved that. Anyway. They've almost got their rush charge, so I'm just praying that nothing dumb happens like that. I was honestly even more annoyed that that rush landed. They were all the way across, and they had to jump to get out of the way of an explosion before rushing. And they were still able to hit me before I blocked. And then that happens, which didn't really help my mood very much. I get blown up by my own explosion to stop the rush. However, we're both in like one charged hit will do it, and I'm able to manage to do that to them, so yeah. On to round 2. We're going to DNA lab. I switched back to the Slamamander to deal with the pillars, but honestly didn't really seem to help because pillars didn't last very long. Spoiler alert. If anything, the pillars are kind of a hindrance because I can't really punish them effectively, and I'm hugging too closely to them, really because I don't have much other options. Luckily, Ribbon Girl's grab is very good at breaking pillars if she's standing close to one. Eating my own explosions here. And they land yet another rush on me, and I was surprised that that was enough to KO, but I guess the nade does do quite a bit of rush damage. I switch back to double nades though and go ahead and try and pop my rush out as soon as I can so that whenever they get rush, I'll be close or have rush. So I'm just trying to get this last pillar out of the way because I don't like it. Anyway, I was fully expecting her to pop the rush before I did, but they're going for all these grabs, which allows me to get some nice, good hits on them. And now that they're at a pretty significant health disadvantage, I figured they would rush, and yeah, that was done with me. They land another rush. So I go ahead and pop mine out, and I don't even get hit by the explosion and have to super armor it. So I'm able to take that round. So on to round 3. They switch back to the Retorture, which, good or bad, who knows. Personally, because I can punch through the Retorture, it's less annoying, but at the same time it's also a firearm, so he got hit by the blow up explosion. You got hit by the blow up. Anyway, I'm not really sure what's up with all these grabs, but currently I'm going for the perfect because I've not taken a hit and they're like one hit away. But had that nade hit, I think I would have gotten a perfect, but unfortunately it does not, and they're able to rush me. I'm able to hit him with a get-up attack going right through their grab though, so that was nice. But anyway, good games to all these players, and thank you for watching. Bye!